This is Spill the Beans. I like the game. Oh, you've played it? I haven't. I've seen pictures. You've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist. You're shaking. Outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe. This is the heist? As its power pulses through your body, your heart aches. Your breath flutters. Mere echoes of what was taken from you. What will soon be yours again. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in this cafe. The ones you're about to drag into a complicated criminal mess. You can only blame those scrolls' influence for such inconvenient sympathies. If they were in your position, they'd do the same, wouldn't they? They'd know that, after everything you'd been through. This was the only option left. Is it? Can't you ask for a copy? Hail and well met from Artifice. Artifice Bureau of Tourism. Where is this? People say that Artifice County is the most magical place there is. Yes, Artifice, where 100 years ago the world of spirit crackles. The world of spirits crackled the earth and spilled over into ours. Oh! But now, the spirits work 9 to 5! Ah, shit. Arcane power fuels cars and charges phones. This county, once the cradle of magic, has become as mundane as any other. Feels bad. But yeah, makes sense. And an unmagical human like yourself, among shape-shifting sirens, carbon fiber constructs, and wizards? You're exceptional. Exceptionally dull and exceptionally underestimated. Ah, shit. No matter how much you tried to fit in, to love this place and all its wonders, it never reciprocated. All it did was take. All it left you with was emptiness. So why not take something back? Steal everything the county denied from you. Fill that gnawing emptiness, then leave it behind forever. Luckily, you know what you need and exactly where to find it. You gonna rob a coffee shop? The Familiar, a downtown cafe noteworthy only for its secret recipe, locked tight in a back room. And conveniently enough, they're hiring. So desperately that they aren't asking for experience or background checks. That doesn't seem suspicious to you? All that's left is to put together an application. Not that anything you say on it really matters. It rarely does. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Mind-boggling understander. Surprisingly okay snack fetcher. Please. Team, please. University of volunteer 6 months. Okay. This one. My name is her. She always sitting by herself. Her face is hard to read, but that smile of hers is unique. She sure is a mystery. I've heard the second one before. Okay. Name, sir. Oh, I need to change this. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. Oh, thank God it's not gonna ask for a damn address. I don't know what the hell to fill in there. Okay. We're ready. That's pretty cute. Oh. A few days later, you're face to face with the Familiar. While its neighbors are all dust and drywall, its facade seems unbroken, even if the varnish is peeling at the edges. Is this place a dump? It looks like there's nothing next to it. This is for rent. This looks... business college. This looks like a... how do you call it? Like where you go to like apply for work? Oh. For a moment, nothing. Then you spot a silhouette in the window, who flicks the neon sign to open before waving you over. You cross the street, repeating the details of your plan. You need to get in, get out, and for the smoothest possible getaway, try to find someone else to take blame. But can you really do all those things without running into any complications? I don't know. I hope not. You've already reached the front door. You can hardly turn back now. The cafe laid bare before you is almost indistinguishable from scant images you found online. It's pretty cool. Mismatched chairs and royalty-free wall art, well kept but worn down. Royalty-free wall art. I hadn't considered that being an option, to be fair. You don't get long to take it all in. A construct towering over 2 meters tall stops wiping down the counter and turns to greet you. A construct? Oh! Ah! What voice are we giving him? Ah. I don't know what voice to give him, so I'm just going to go with my own voice. Ah, you must be Mira. Great to finally meet you. Sorry. Terribly rude of me to not meet you at the door. It's fine. Like your bird. As she strides over, you realize how old her vessel must be to have no custom limbs or decals. Just worn gray stone, flowering moss, and that tiny blue bird nest on her shoulder. I'm Sloan, from the emails. Lovely to have you on board. Did you get here alright? I saw your address was uptown, and I know we're a wee bit out of the way. I guess I got here fine. Before you get a chance to reply, she's already yanked you into the crushing two-handed shake. For a moment, you worry that she might pull your arm off from its socket. Actually, I shouldn't get chatting just yet. Today's schedule is pretty packed. What with your induction? And I barely found time to fix breakfast for Adam. Oh, hang on. This is Adam. Adam the bird, so cute. Say hello to Mira. She's your new coworker, so be polite. The bird works? Adam's usually my only companion out front, so it'll be nice to have you too. I mean, I love this job, I really do. But after 6 years of working the floor by myself, starting at 5 every day? Yeah, no. Oh no. The face. I know this face. I've had this face. Not that you have to come in that early, of course. We're only meant to start at 8. But it pays off. It does. Yeah, when you're the only one working in front, you need to come earlier to make everything run smoothly. It sucks. As Sloan trails off, you have a chance to put your plan in motion. You spend a long time figuring out other people's so-called feelings, and just how easy they are to manipulate. Oh, am I a psychopath? Do I not have feelings? If someone's in a good mood, they'll probably think better of you and suspect you less. Then again, if you make someone upset, they might make for an easier scapegoat under pressure. But what's best for Sloan? Better make that first impression count. Mira, oh, I've worried you with the 5 AM thing, haven't I? Just want to stress that you don't have to do that, honest. That depends. Are you paid for those extra hours? Those extra hours must be worth it. This place is spotless. Yeah, I'm not offering to come in at 5, but I agree. Everything looks great. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I tried to bring the best out of the old familiar. Good to know other people actually notice. The light flickers overhead before Sloan can finish her sentence. Oh, that's bad timing. Oh, sorry. I thought it was fixed. Should call it Electromancer once I get a free moment. Anyway, pack schedule. I've got pastries in the oven, then a delivery after. Come on, let's get you in uniform. If we're quick, I can show you how our recipe works before any customers arrive. Oh, am I gonna have to make coffee and stuff? I don't know how to do this. Sloan strides through the doorway behind the counter, beckoning you into the kitchen beyond. It takes 3 steps to match just one of hers. Aw, man. I know how that feels. My legs are gonna be sore. The kitchen, built from cool metal and right angles, is warm with the smell of apricots. Oh, you breathe it in while Sloan roosts through a nearby cabinet before suddenly sighing. I'll say this now. Sorry about the fit. Huh? She hands you an apron like her own, exactly like her own. Actually, it's it's too big. It's bound to slow you down and make you look utterly ridiculous. For one shoulder, your one should be here tomorrow. I hope this is alright in the meantime. Can I skip the uniform if it's just for today? If it's gonna get in the way, maybe, but sure, if anything, it's amusing. Great, how are you going to steal the recipe while wearing this? Thanks a million. Glad you're seeing an upside. Here's your name tag, too. Oh, I guess I'm not stealing. I might be cock-blocking my actual character to not stealing. As you wrap yourself in the oversized apron and pin on your name tag, Sloan smiles. It's a small, sad smile that weighs down her whole face. Oh no! Look, I'm sure not everything you've heard about this place has been grand, hasn't it? But once you put in a little elbow grease, it really shines. And I've got a lot of elbow grease. I just wanted to say that you wouldn't be here if I didn't think you had the same drive. Your application told me that much. Ah, my application. Yes, my application. Um, it did say please though, didn't it? I knew that was a mistake, so I ignored it. Do change that in the next draft, please. Ah. But at the end of the day, those are just words. Your experience was what really settled it. I mean, it must have been quite a privilege to work for. Sloan is cut short by a buzz from her phone. Ah, pastries. Why don't you pop into the office while I grab those? Fred, your manager, I should say, ought to be ready. Big gray door on your right. Best of luck. Oh, is she not my manager? You take 6 steps towards the office, a hiss of heat escaping the oven behind you. Beyond lies Fred, the owner, the one from the newspaper. The one whose recipe you're here for. Hang in there. Is Fred a cat, or do they have a cat? Oh, there's a little cat bed up here. Oh. Uh-oh. You knew the recipe was protected, but not like this. The safe looks like it was taken from the set of a heist movie. It should be locking up gold bars instead of what a recipe for coffee. But as you run a hand across its surface, wondering just how you're going to crack it open, there's a rustle nearby. You snap upright with a bolt of unbidden adrenaline. It's a cat! Like a dragon is this cat the manager? Like a dragon emerging from its hoard, a tiny gold-eyed tuxedo cat rouses from a pet bed on top of the safe. He blinks, stickily, then suddenly glares at you, fur on end, eyes aglow. Don't touch my shit. Fair. He spits the words at you like darts, light crackling through his panicked eyes. The air in the room starts getting heavier, as if brewing into a thundercloud. Who sent you? If you think you're going to best me in my own domain, then wait, you're the new hire, aren't you? Yep. Quick as a power cut, the lightning in his eyes blinks out, and the pressure lifts with it. The cat sighs, leaping smoothly from the safe to the desk. Sorry, that was unprofessional of me. I'm Fred. Welcome to the familiar. Good to have you on board. Ah. Good way to find out that your boss is a little bit unhinged. Well, given the terrifying magic and the talking, he's not a cat. He's a demon, bound to the form of a beast, a familiar, in other words. Form of a beast. He's a cat. You think he'll get mad if I try petting him? That's the last time I'm pulling an all-nighter on admin. You're lucky to be young human, because after the first century, things get so wanted you onboarded, right? We have one main rule. Don't do everything you can to show the economist types this place isn't a bad idea. More than fire safety drills, we need drive and spite. So that's what I expect from you. Are we clear? Yes! I like Fred. Did you expect I'd even be here today? Decreased spending time more prone to break under pressure. Huh? Huh. Crystal clear. That's what I like to hear. So long as we're on the same page, you and I will get along just fine. Yeah. We aren't a happy little family here. We're just hard workers. This isn't going to work if you aren't prepared to work just as hard as me and Sloan. I like this. Yes. As if on cue, Sloan enters off a kettle of boiling water in one hand and a packet of coffee in the other. She starts mixing the two in a mug on Fred's desk. Okay, boss. Morning, Fred. Everything alright in here? Thought I heard a bit of a shouting. Oh, it's all fine. I've just been giving, Fred quickly squints at your name tag. Giving Mira the look down on the familiar, our history, what we do, all the good stuff. Sloan gazes at Fred, tracing the tiredness in his eyes. Her smile dims a little. Oh, that's nice. I can join you now if you'd like. We can go over the finer details together. If you've got time, by all means. With firm movements, Sloan puts the kettle down and closes the door behind her. Fred's eyes locked onto your name tag again as he reads it under his breath. So, Mira, let's get down to business. We're open 8 to 5 most days, but your shift goes 30 minutes longer at the end for closing. Yeah, okay. Anything after that is overtime. I can give you the forms. Aprons go on the hook in the kitchen. If anything gets spilled on it, don't be afraid to excuse yourself and replace it as soon as you can. Okay. Oh, and if you're going to excuse yourself. And on it goes. Sloan and Fred don't speak to you as two different people, but as two halves of one business. Efficient, organized, and trusting one another as best as they can. Okay. That should be most of it. I'll be with you at the counter for your training, so don't hesitate to ask me any questions. She's cut off again by her phone. Oh, excuse me. Dave. Who's Dave? Hiya, Sloan. Just unloading the van out back, so there's your heads up. Thanks, Dave. I'll be right there. Ah, I should be off. Need to get my signature for the deliveries. Thanks again, Fred. Oh, Mira, before you join her, I'm sure you've heard about our recipe. Must be dying to learn what makes the Familiar's coffee so irresistible. But it's not so much a set of instructions as it is, well, I won't get too arcane with you. It's more of a background thing, like the internet? You use that, right? Point being, even if you don't see it, it'll still be working as magic back here. In a drill-proof, bomb-proof, 6-gauge safe that only me and Sloan can open. Also, I cursed it. Oh my god! Extra, extra. The Familiar has cursed coffee! So it's protected against teleport-based magics too, of course. Great. An opportunity for Fred to act suspiciously in front of others. Oh, someone offered to show me the recipe earlier. I don't want to steal! I want to meet all the characters. I get it. You got to protect what's yours. It's probably wise to stay in Fred's good books, but at some point, you'll need someone else to take the blame for your crime. No! Exactly. All our livelihoods depend on that recipe. Its safety is our safety, so I protect it the way I'd protect anyone. With half a centimeter of enhanced steel. He looks back at the veritable vault behind him, as if checking that it's still there. Can never be too careful with these things, especially in this economy. I mean, wasn't it just last week that Rafaela Hendricks wrote off his beauty store chain? It's inspirational how the CEO acts. Ah! Expanding isn't easy. I mean, ideally, we'd have an accountant, a consultant, another chef, but we've got you, and you're one hell of a good start. Especially with our regulars. Ugh, you'll meet them soon enough. You should catch up with Sloan. Anything you need, I'll be back here, going over these papers. As you leave the office, Fred paws a single sheet of paper from the files on his desk. Even upside down, you recognize it as your CV. Not a moment after you enter the kitchen, someone waves at you from the back door. Oh, it's Dave. In the doorway, next to Sloan, in a uniformed courier, a human, just as unremarkable as you. A precautious stack of cardboard boxes wobbles threateningly behind him. So you're Mira, aren't you? Sloan was just telling me about you. All good things, I promise. Mostly good. Oh, that's not good. Dave gives Sloan the package and gives you a conspirational eyebrow waggle. He pauses to take a long breath inward through his nose. Oh, is that apricot? So you did go for the new recipe. Fred must have taken some convincing. Oh, I'm just trying it out. We'll see how they sell first. Hey, if I can't buy once I'm off work, that's one customer right here. Guaranteed. Oh? Is Dave? Sloan breaks away to put each package in his right place. Dave looks at you, eyes glistening. Hey Mira, have a good first day, yeah? If you say so. Decrease Dave's move to actually, who cares? He'll be gone soon anyway. Thanks, I will. You might not be here for it, but for all goes well, today's going to be good. That's the spirit. Any more for me, Dave? Just a couple bigger things, but I'll grab those this time. Don't let me interrupt your induction. Are you sure? I could carry... I'll catch you later for that pastry, yeah? Dave walks away, whistling, his footsteps gradually going quiet in the alley. Mira, I'm so sorry about Fred. I know he must have overstepped today. That's on me. You notice her hands are balled into fists, one so tight that even the stone starts to buckle. I wanted your first day to be easy. But oh well. Let's get you behind the counter, shall we? Why is she upset? There won't be time to take you through all the machines, so let's just fill the drip maker. I'll keep the house roast down here. She effortlessly pulls open a burlap sack of beans, scooping them into the grinder. As she pulverizes them, the aroma of the coffee fills her lungs like a cloud of bitter smoke. Today's been all over the shop, hasn't it? We should get a wee moment to breathe now. Only one customer comes in this early, and they don't do Mondays. I'll introduce you tomorrow. Stone smiles, the stone wrinkling around her eyes, and it dawns on you. This is beginning to feel like a real job. You applied! Of course it's a real job! Just as you finish that thought, the front door swings wide open, and your first customer skips inside. She's so cute! You spot at least 4 shades of pink in their outfit. Pink fingernails, pink sun hat, lipstick, backpack. That dress must be bespoke too. Pricey. Oh. As you draw close, though, you spot pointed fangs in their cheery smile and deep red eyes behind their tinted glasses. A vampire. Same! Good morning, Sloan. Oh, I spoke too soon. Morning. Before you order, this is Mira, our new barista. Ah, so you're finally upscaling, you know? I saw some prime real estate going for cheap on Moonbow. If expansion's on your mind. Oh. Slow down. We're not taking over the industry just yet. The vampire looks as if they have more to say. Words bubbling just beneath the surface, but settles on a pout. Mira, I'm Jessie, with an IE. Jessie's eyes swivel to you with an abundant curiosity. Your apron's so big. I'm more for tailored fits myself, but I know that baggy looks have been catching on lately. Draws focus to wearer being separate from their clothes. Oh no, it's nothing like that. Just a supply chain issue. What'll it be this time, Jessie? A hot chocolate, please, and I'll have it with, whipped cream, nutmeg, caramel, marshmallows. Wait, will that fit? Marshmallows, then whipped cream, then caramel, and the rest. Oh, what if they got cookies too? Give me one with everything, and 2 chocolate chip cookies, please. Stone's already off to one side, rifling through her arsenal of ingredients. Meanwhile, Jessie brandishes a pink bath-styled mug from their satchel, placing it on the counter as their eye flick back to you. Oh, you can bring your own mug? Even if Sloan and Fred aren't aiming for world domination yet, you're still on the front line of their expansion plans. They're investing a lot of trust in you. Oh gee, thanks! So tell me, do you feel like a good investment? How far are you willing to go to succeed? Are you, like, a business mogul? What the hell? Well, it's just a job, really. Decrease Jessie's mood to make them more prone to breaking under pressure. What? Will I do anything? Not really. I kind of want to see what happens if everyone likes me. The vampire peers deep into your eyes, then nods, as if confirming a suspicion they had. Oh, she knows. Good. Or maybe she doesn't. So Jessie, what brings you here on this lovely Monday morning? Are you trying out a new schedule? Oh no, much more exciting than that. I've got a meeting with the board after this, so I came here to prepare. It'll go much smoother with something sweet. Ah, for your infamous internship. How is your family treating you then? About as well as usual. Trust me, I'd much rather be here to help the familiar. But then Fred just likes everyone else. He sees my last name and is Hendrix and thinks I'm some sorcerous corporate spy out to suck the proverbial blood from his businesses. Oh, you're Hendrix. Of course, the Hendrixes. Rich, powerful, and most troublingly for you, magically talented. Jessie looks at you and is fixing your judgment with a fat smile. You know, Fred did say he was looking for a consultant. This is true. He called your father crashing out on failed businesses inspirational. Well, you're far too fashionable to be a spy. Are spies not fashionable? I like the vampire the most. I like her vibe. The fact that she looks really cute, but is like this... what do you call it? Like, corporate mogul, like, yes, world domination type is like, oh, okay, well, I guess that works. Do I have to steal? Oh, blush. Can I just not steal? This probably is more vivid than anyone doing espionage would want, but who knows? Maybe it's just what a spy would say. Try not to let your family get you down, Jessie. You'll get your chance to prove yourself someday. Well, if all goes according to plan, that chance should come today. Fingers crossed. Stone passes Jessie's now full mug across the counter. By some miracle of physics, it hasn't spilled over yet. Maybe this was a bit ambitious. But if I use a cookie to scoop up the cream and let the marshmallow melt, I can finish it in 30 minutes? When is your meeting? Ah, thank you, Sloan and Mira. I didn't do shit. Jessie whips their card, then their mug, making a beeline for a booth seat before the payment even goes through. What's she reading? They assemble their workstation in a mere seconds. A sheaf of papers, a stack of textbooks, and a particularly pink laptop. The mug stands vigilantly at a safe distance. Jessie was a surprise, but at least they're a nice one. I'm just grateful they didn't come in at the same time as... Ooh. Hi, I love the ocean. How are you? Who's this? Before she can finish, the front door swings open and a siren rolls into the room. Ah! I would die at sea! Fuck! She's wearing a sleeveless orange turtleneck and a magnolia-covered jacket. I love magnolias! Magnolias are my favorite flower, excuse me. Oh. Hello, the familiar. It's a perfect day for a long overdue review, don't you think? You'll have to forgive me. I came straight here from my morning swim. I must look a mess. Oh, no. She runs one hand through a river of glossy pale hair, parted by an immaculate side cut, and raises a smartphone with the other, flourishing like a paper fan. Aw, man. Of course I like the influencer. Fuck. All her fit is perfect, right? She has a mermaid tail. Does she need to be hydrated? There's like a bowl of water at the end. Don't worry, Mira. I'll handle this. Oh, she doesn't like her? Jessie shrinks back, arranging their books into a makeshift wall. It seems to work. The siren glides over towards the counter, not noticing them at all. Now, Sloan, I know you're very well, of course, but for the benefit of both me and my adoring fans, who is this? I'm new. Don't worry about me. I'm not here. Oh, I didn't know you'd be coming. This is... But the siren's already staring at your name tag, trying to preempt Sloan's introduction. So that's how you spell Mira Enchanté. That's French. How do you say that? Alexandria Argyros. Alexandria Argyros. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. You don't happen to have a Grimoire account, do you? Grimoire? I'd love to give you proper credit on my post. Oh, is that like Instagram or something? How about a drink first, before anything goes on that internet page of yours? Quite right, Sloan. I'm getting ahead of myself. Could I have... She clears her throat and straightens her back. A blue sea salt caramel frappe with soy milk and non-dairy whipped cream on top. Plus a little of that raspberry chocolate powder you have would be lovely. Thank you so much. I like this order, actually, to be fair. I'm lactose intolerant. I can drink this. I couldn't drink the first one. I should have everything. Let me check the back first. Mira, could you grab a plastic cup for that? Lids are in the bottom left cupboard. Wait, do you have any of those little fish cookies? Ah, she's gone. In the silence, Alexandra's smile slides off her face. She sighs, sharply through her nose. Are you alright? I know this whole song and dance can be quite overwhelming if you aren't prepared. But then you don't know who I am anyway, do you? Oh no, of course I've heard of you. I've never heard of you. Hey. Enchanté. Because it's a coffee shop, get it? I'll see myself out. Ah, that would make sense. Thank you for getting it out of the way. I hope I make a good first impression. For whatever that's worth. I like your magnolia jacket. French is a language for sure. Sloan returns, hands full of yet more ingredients. You hand her a cup and start filling it with dubiously blue syrup. Should I expect your fans to start ordering these frappes in the hundreds? I'm not sure they're on the theme anymore. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. The drinks just showcase how skilled you are at your craft. It's aesthetic. That's what the audience really want. Not wrong? Boo, what do you mean? Alexandra plucks the card reader from the counter with a sly smile, passes her phone across it, and hands it back with a wink. There's a 30% tip attached. Wow. Okay. You'd know better than me about the social media stuff. Sloan, Mira, trust me. You've got a wonderful, cozy place here. What's not to love? Those donuts, those menus. Alexandra turns around to gesture at the cafe, and her eyes fanning down on Jessie. Her voice freezes in her throat. Did they date or something? Jess? Oh, yeah. Oh! Eek! Oh no, Jessie. Hey Alex, I didn't know you were coming today. Same. It was on my page. Perhaps I should have dropped you a message. Sorry. Do you... Why is she crying? The bat is crying. Sloan puts the finished frappe to one side, pushes past you to tend to the transformed Jess. Alexander squeaks a little closer to you. I'm so sorry, Mira. Truly, drama's the last thing I want to bring up into the establishment, or to Jessie. She plucks the frappe from the counter. You're not sure how anything that color could taste any better than tolerable. I know when I'm not wanted. I'll just snap a few photos, then be on my merry way. The lighting's not ideal, but I can fix it in post. I don't want to put suspicion on anyone. I don't want to steal. I just want to stay here. I want to work in a coffee shop. I know what's going on between you two, but I'm sorry. Thank you. I'll spare you the messy details, but needless to say, it didn't end well. Not that there was much of an ending to speak of, really. Oh. Oh, that is messy. With a final smile, Alexandra takes her drink to the cafe's centermost table, posing it like an art exhibit. Jessie, still a bat, keeps staring at her, but she doesn't look back. Look at her! But oh. With an exhausted puff of smoke, Jessie returns to the original form and slumps into their seat, eyes wandering to the crescent moon bracelet on her wrist. Sloan returns after confirming they're okay. Sorry, I didn't think... Yeah. Both of them at once can be a wee bit complicated. They used to... She's cut off by the sound of a motorbike revving down outside, heralding the arrival of your third customer. Why is the bird scared? Oh, cool! This person is a first, even for you. Someone whose body lacks everything but a skeleton. You don't know any kind of magic that can make that work. Necromancy? Skinless, fleshless, sigilless. Although he does have hair, which you're pretty sure isn't a type of bone. A stiff dark brown pompadour that props up a pair of sunglasses. Oh, they are there. Okay, they blended in for me. Grudge? Is that his name? Grudge, hey, how's it going? I feel like I've barely seen you since ArtCon. Ah. Rude. Man, Jess is not having a good day. You reach the counter undeterred. You're waiting for Sloan to address him like the others, but she's just staring, locked in place. Oh, did these two date? So you're the new barista. Good job on making it this far. Makes you one of the best, don't it? Ain't just the coffee I brew. It's your resolve. Oh my god. Can we take your order? Yeah, resolve. Well, oh my god. Why? Yeah, resolve. Well, let me tell you. I know your type, and I know you're up to something. I can feel it I can feel it. Sloan, I would like to order. Thank you kindly. Let's put your new barista to the test. I'll have a coffee. A black coffee. Oh, so edgy. From the pot doesn't have to be... Yeah. I think we might, Sloan's eyes bounce between his skull and the coffee pot on the counter. Yeah, why don't you handle this one? It'll be good for your training. Seems like she isn't going to budge. You grab a cup and start pouring. Wait, what's her name? Mira? Oh, so now you're not in in character? Okay, think I got it. Mira, so that's... my god. What is your deal? Mira, so that's... that... How do you even say this? So that'll be the name of my nemesis. I'm Grudge. Grudge Knuckles. And you best remember it. No. Even if Frederick gave you this job instead of me, there's bound to be a crack in your meticulous facade. Your coffee-making halts at this revelation. You had a whole rant prepared just because you got this job with an application like that. You're making it obvious why they didn't pick you. Let the record show I would probably say this. But let's see what happens. You caught me. This is all a ruse. Huh, I knew it. But I can't just take my nemesis' word for it. Gotta need hard proof to know for certain. You present the now full cup to Grudge. He daintily drops in a sugar cube, then stirs the coffee with a bone-like spoon, which he apparently just had loose in one of his pockets. Hoot. What? Huh. Nice try, Mia, but I know coffee when I see it, so there's no way this. He puts into his jawbone and takes a delicate sip. Where does it go? Where does the liquid go? He doesn't have a throat. It vanishes. Damn it, it's just like usual. How'd you get it right so quick? So bitter, yet so energizing. Oh, I'll be. Mira's coffee is as bitter as yours. Just how it should be, but I'm still watching ya. He just has a pocket full of like cutlery. He takes the cup and spins dramatically away from the counter. It's then that he finally spots Jessie. Jessie. Grudge. They immediately hug. Oh, is that what a hug looks like? That's pretty cool. It's so good to see ya. Why didn't you pipe up earlier? She did. I was waiting for you to finish. It sounded like you had a lot to get off your chest. Oh yeah? You heard that? Sorry. It was just a personal, doesn't matter. How's your job going? I could tell you, but I've not got long. Are you sure you don't want something with your coffee? Someone's made some great cookies today, and I'd be happy to buy. Oh, no. Shouldn't give my nemesis a satisfaction. Not after walking away all conclusively like I just did. Oh my god. Gosh, you haven't even paid yet, and I admire your candor, but are you sure Mia's your nemesis and not Fred? Fred's a real villain, that's true, but a nemesis, that's different. Gotta be personal. How is it personal that I didn't... Okay. What is she looking at? But you don't know who Mira is yet. Maybe start with a rivalry? As practice? As practice? A rival, eh? Having a lovely time at... No, I used lovely last time. Don't think that's insincere. Ugh, what if... Oh, she's doing that. Okay. Oh, almost forgot. Alex, how you doing? All good over there? Oh, Greggy, I didn't see you come in. How have you been? Well, it's funny you're here, actually. There was something I wanted to... And then she's back to her phone. I'll, catch up with you later. You both seem busy, and I should pay. Is he gonna pay? Grudge sheepishly returns to the counter, hands fishing through his jacket pocket for some loose coins. Well, I'm back. Got too caught up in the whole confrontation to give you your money, even if most of it's going straight into Fred's pockets. Ugh. Yes, that's how it works. But I'll say this, I'm practically a coffee detective, and I'm detecting something odd about you. So long as I come here, I'm gonna do my damnedest to figure out what. Okay. And then catch me, detective. Huh, detective. I like the sound of that. Maybe I will catch you then. Later. I'll catch you later. That's how it works. Okay. Also, I want one of the cat donuts. I saw it in the counter. Without another word, he perches on a stool by one of the cafe's front windows. Over his shoulder, Alexandra and Jessie swap looks of confused concern. Good job, Mira. Now would be a good moment to put his purchase into the register. Okay. As she's halfway through showing you how to work the cash register, you turn to see Fred jump onto the counter next to you. How's it going out there? No need to panic. This isn't a performance review. Just checking things are... He surveys the regulars in the cafe with no small amount of scorn. Sloan, why don't you come with me for a moment? Been meaning to have a chat. But we still need to... She looks forlorn at the pile of coins Grudge left. Even at a glance, you can tell it covers the price of the drink and then some. This might be your last chance to sow suspicions before you excuse your plan. Better choose wisely. No, we are not going to be suspicious. I just want to be nice to everyone. So nods, clearly grateful for this brief reprieve. As silence returns to the room, so too does your opportunity. But you can't help but overhear Fred and Sloane's hushed conversation in the kitchen. I'm just saying, if our best regulars keep bringing their drama here, no one else is gonna want to stay. With a sigh, Sloane leans against the kitchen island, the full weight of this morning's events seeming to suddenly sit on her shoulders. They're good, reliable customers, and sure, things have been tricky, but we've got Mira now. With a little hard work, we can turn this around. Besides, aren't there enough names on your board of bands already? Let's not add more while we're going through a rough patch. Board of bands? She side eyes across a corkboard near the walk-in fridge. There must be at least 24 names on there, each marked with a reason for a ban and vindictive felt tip. I know, you're right. It's just, we don't exactly have a recipe for success here, do we? I did want to talk about a recipe, actually. You know, since we've got a new hire and can we just deal with one thing at a time? First priority is cutting down costs. Now, I know it's the price of algae extract, but that blue drink got hiked up, and I figured... Wait, no. Shouldn't leave Mira on her own for too long. Not the warmest welcome, is it? I'll go. What are you doing now, Fred? A sudden knock on the back door stops her from following after Fred. Oh, Dave's back. Let's deal with that first. One thing at a time. Despite promising to supervise you, Fred ignores you as he slinks past the counter and jumps onto a nearby table, muttering to himself. A regulars, it's gonna be a long climb from here to anything stable. While Fred's presence draws a little attention, you start rifling through your bag, making sure you can take any opportunity to launch the heist. At Fred's arrival, Jessie looks up from their work and shoots Grudge a quizzical look. Grudge moves over to them, mind clearly just as boggled. What's he doing out here? It looks like he's just contemplating. What's he even got to contemplate? I don't know. In the background, Alexandra tries her best to get a clear shot of her drink, but Fred is pushed right in the way. Freddy, darling, you wouldn't mind scooching a little to the right, would you? Since you didn't consent to any photos, and I'd like to respect that. Alexandra, I've got bigger things to worry about than photographs right now. Could you leave me in peace for just a moment, and don't call me Freddy ever again? Bigger things than catering to your own customers. This is why we're your only regulars. We're the only ones patient enough. Grudge, maybe don't... Not another fight. It's then that Sloane joins you in the main room, dusting her hands clean from Dave's latest packages. Finally, Fred, are you doing alright? Sloane stands still at the side of Grudge and Fred stare down. She gazes into his hollow sockets. Let's not fight today. We can be reasonable, can't we? No. No! We've got a new hire today, and if this is the impression we're giving her, we'll be doing her a disservice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a new hire to tend to without any more interruptions. As Fred starts to turn around, you scramble for your bag, knowing you have mere milliseconds to execute your plan. A thought suddenly strikes you. You didn't try to make anyone act suspicious. Right now, that could cost you everything. You didn't even turn anyone on each other. Why? What stopped you? What does the fate of a few strangers count compared to the rest of your life? Well, first of all, you didn't tell me why you need this. You need the recipe. And also, I like Sloane. I don't want to make it harder for her, so we're not stealing. You reach into your bag, and in an instant, all the light and sound is sucked from the room. The sounds of panic are quickly quelled by the magic now pulsing from your cozy sleep-tight blackout blanket. What? Even in the silent darkness, you won't have long before everyone can get a sense of their surroundings. But you've been over this plan too many times to fail now. Having said that, you still wear a very large apron, which could be an impediment to said plan. What to do? Put on. We're getting caught. Deciding that it would be too much hassle to remove, you press on, aproned. Step 1. Take 3 steps into the kitchen, then 5, no, 6 to the right. You pause for the door handle and slip into the office, trying not to trip over your oversized apron. How are you gonna open the safe? Step 2. 1, 2, 3 steps and you feel the cool surface of the safe against your fingers. Step 3. Reach into your bag and give your can of course be gone a shake. A few sprays on the safe and the wards are already flaking off. But there's something else. A sound cutting through the silence, like lightning crackling, like Like lightning crackling like lightning. Yes. Fred's casting a counterspell. You don't have long. Spin the wheel and have the safe door open. Feel around inside until you've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist. Didn't make it easy for yourself either. Your shaking, outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe before stuffing it into a tiny pocket dimension of your teleportable R lunchbox. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in the cafe and who, if anyone, you should try to pin this on. You exhale, but the sound is too clear. Fred's counterspell is taking hold. Even if you put all your weight on the safe door, you wouldn't have time to close it properly. The best you can do is return as quickly as quietly as you can. As you take careful steps back to the counter, you try your best to control your breathing. Do not let the exhalation show. Exhilaration. Okay. It's been so long. But as you reach the counter, your foot catches the edge of your apron, you trip as the darkness finally dissipates, an unwelcome reminder you're not safe yet. You just break your ass. So he tripped. You've got to find an exit in the ensuing chaos without arousing suspicion, somehow. As the silent darkness lifts from the cafe, the first thing you see is Fred bounding through the kitchen, crashing through the cat flap to the office. Is everyone okay in here? No one's hurt? Someone catches you just as you regain your balance, saving you from toppling over onto the counter. Oh Mira, be careful, the light must have been disorientating. Just take a moment. What was that, exactly? Blackouts don't usually come with spontaneous hearing loss. Is it possible with light and sound enhancements? These glitches can happen. But it's rare they're as dramatic as that. Glitches? Jesse, we don't have any enchantments like that. This wasn't planned. Huh? The plot thickens. Wait, where'd Fred go? Before anyone can move, Fred rushes back into the room. Nobody leaves. His eyes crackle gold and chains of lightning fly across the cafe. The front door, the windows, the back door, no exits are spared. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Understand? And if you aren't going to turn yourself in, I'll just root you out myself. What? I'm sorry, but whatever just happened is your business. I'm not missing my meeting. I'm sure you have a plan, Frederick, but it isn't really necessary to trap us inside your lovely cafe. If you wanted us to stay, you didn't have to do that. And what are you accusing us of exactly? Sitting perfectly still while your lights went weird? Fred, what's going on? While the lights were out, someone went into my office and somehow opened a safe, which means one of the people in this room has stolen our secret recipe. It's as if the whole room flinches. Suddenly, everyone's looking at everyone else wide-eyed, searching their faces for the slightest trace of an answer. People's gaze dart around the room, not settling on anyone for long. Seems that's the price for not pitting them against each other. But most importantly, however, no one seems to regard you for very long. But that means, no, this is fine. We can deal with it. It's alright. As unfortunate as this is, I do have meetings to attend, and I'd rather not get caught up in this. Ha! Good luck getting past my magic. I might only be a familiar, but I promise, if you try to leave, you'll regret it. Jesse's eyes flicker across Fred's barrier, prying for any weaknesses in the spellcraft. Frederick, please, I understand that you're stressed, but it'd be easier to figure this out if we aren't in a locked room, won't it? Yeah, and why would it be only one of us who stole your recipe? What if it's all of us working to take you down? Reg, shut up! Oh my god! We don't act like vigilantes. I'll just call the police and... Enough! Enough! This place is sealed and nobody leaves till we find our thief. Thief singular, Grudge, because if it was any more, you might have actually succeeded. As for ACPD, Sloan, fine, I'll call him. I'm betting they'll take their sweet taxpayer-funded time getting here and label this as unsolvable. But I'm not gonna risk anyone making a break for it in the meantime. So we're going to sit here like adults and get our facts straight, understand? Now, did anyone notice anyone acting strange, anything suspicious at all? Might get this over with faster if you fess up now. The room exchanges glances again. Nothing comes to mind. Now that I think about it, Mira, why did you stumble when your lights came back on? I know the apron's long, but were you going somewhere? Uh-oh. You shouldn't move around without sight or sound like that. It'd be far too dangerous. I mean, she might have been the closest to the kitchen too. But does that really mean she did it? Yes, actually. Well, any of us could have done this with the right artifacts, I suppose, but sourcing them wouldn't be easy. It does make sense to cast out on the only person here that we don't know. A cruel kind of sense, but sense nonetheless. I don't know, her behavior doesn't seem that weird, but there's nothing else to go on. What do you think, Sloan? You've been with her the longest today. Sloan takes a long, hard look at you before her eyes fall, once again, to your apron. If she were here to steal the recipe, why take the apron when I offered it? That'd be a huge nuisance. And if no one else is all that confident that she did it, I can't make an accusation like that. Sorry for the trouble, Mira. That was close. Everyone's good mood seems to stop them from damning you so quickly. Well, great start, everybody. At this rate, we'll have our recipe back within the next 1,000 years. Ugh, there's no use trusting anyone here, is there? I know how these stories go. You've all got some kind of motive. Jesse, the heir to a powerful family with something to prove. There's always one. I'm not an heir to anything. I'm the youngest of 5. Oh shit, yeah, you're not an heir to anything. Alexandra, or femme fatale, although she hasn't killed anyone, probably. If it weren't for you, I'd take that as a compliment. Grudge. The obvious suspect. Too obvious. Even. But I'm not ruling anything out yet. Why is Grudge the obvious suspect? So what, that makes you the hero detective? You don't even have a plucky sidekick or a hat. Sloan, the one you'd least expect. Oh, that's good, I think. But Fred, you can't really be saying that Which brings us to our final suspect, Mira. Your breath can't help but flutter as everyone's eyes suddenly turn on you. How about Fred? Why would... Maybe Fred's the culprit. He just wants to stir up shit. The red herring. I mean, it's obviously wasn't you. You're human. Got no magic. Worked hard to get this job. You're in the clear. So that's why she's going to find out who really did this, and everyone's going to be very polite and answer all her questions. Oh? But I did do this. What? Wait, she's a detective? I should have been perfect for this job. Although playing sidekick to Fred, yeah, bullet dodged. Fred, you know me. You don't seriously think I could have done this, do you? This is, can we all stop shouting for a moment, please? Please? This is a waste of everyone's time. As soon as I can, I'm leaving. Don't try to stop me. I'm with you there, Jess, though I wouldn't mind knowing who really did it. Fred, I know you're panicking right now, but we shouldn't do anything rash. These are our customers, and this is Mira's first day. Why would we? Her rising voice is broken by a ringtone. She stops with a flinch, pulling the call on speaker. Hey, Dave. Hi, Sloan. Got my very last package out back, but there are these gold chains on the door. I think it's stuck. You okay in there? Yes, I'm fine. We're just dealing with a burglary. I'll give you the details in a second. At the door. Oh, one of those days, huh? Is Mia alright at least? Good question. Let's just ask her to interrogate us. Look, I know it's unorthodox, but we all need that recipe. This is our best option for the cafe. For the cafe? I always knew you hated your customers, but this just confirms it. No grudge, just you. Can you please not fight already? We're not going to solve whatever this is by shouting. Yeah, it's getting a bit loud over there, over the speaker. Mira, what do you actually want to do? Oh, you can't please everyone. Yeah, okay, fuck. If I'm getting paid either way, I might as well. Let's all calm down. We're on the same side. I don't know. This is pretty bad first day. Let's calm down. We're all on the same side. The cat's not happy. Are we? I'm not sticking around to watch this petty theft get solved. Petty, yeah. Like hell we're on the same side. Everyone's a suspect. Even so, I agree that we shouldn't start with this antagonism. I'm sure that we can sort everything out with a little decorum. And hey, if we're on the same side, I can help Mira solve the case. Look, are we going to doing this or not, Mira? No. No matter how strange Fred's idea might be, it could put you in a better position until you can make your getaway. Time to lean on the scapegoat part of your plan. So as he starts bounding into the kitchen, you shrug and go along with him. Sloan finishes her call with Dave before following with heavy footsteps. Silence takes the space you leave behind. Do you want to talk about any of that? Just relax for a minute, Sloan. I'm gonna check for clues in my office. Mira, join me in a minute. I feel really bad that he's not considering Sloan at all. Clues? I didn't hire a detective, but here we are. If there's anything I can do to help, please just ask. Oh, me too. Not sure there's much I can offer besides moral support, but you know, thought I'd say. Can't leave till the delivery's done, is all. He's just stuck out there. Thanks, Dave. I think we could use the support while this gets sorted. Well, it'll get awkward if I'm just looking in, won't it? I'll leave you be then. Anything you need, just shout into the alley. Let's not keep Fred waiting. Maybe you'll be able to reason with him. Calm him a bit. I think he should use that right now. Outgoing call. Asshole! What? You oblige her and enter the office, finding Fred in the middle of a phone call. Yeah, a theft. Lock down the whole building. Makes your job a whole lot easier, doesn't it? A locked room scenario is a little intriguing, I suppose. The person on the phone, you know that voice. Thin and sharp as wire. Digging into you just as deep, but where? But if it isn't urgent... That's not what I said, N. You're not exactly getting picked off one by one. I'll be happy to be there at the earliest convenience. Our department is very busy otherwise. You'll solve it by yourself, really. You shouldn't expect miracles. We're just mortal, you know? Oh, excuse me. Mostly mortal. A self-satisfied laugh crackles through the receiver. It bounces off the back of your skull, ringing like tinnitus. If you show your face in my business, I'll see you later, familiar. Bah, why did I expect anything else? After dialing all those tiny keys too. Oh, he's so sad. Oh no. Ah, Mira, here already. As you probably heard, the ACPD is taking its sweet time. Big surprise. We don't need them. We'll do the real work. Plan is, you find our prime suspect before the ponies get here and mess everything up. You can do that, right? It's 1 in 4, logical deduction. Fred sneaks a not-so-subtle glance at your CV across the desk. Yes? Should be easy for a hard individual like yourself. Oh, is that why I got... Hard individual, yeah, it really rolls off the tongue. Plus, you love coffee. That's a decent motivation to get the recipe back. Despair and anger. No. Right, let's put those soft skills of yours to use. Imagine I'm one of the suspects. What would you ask me? Hey, do you have the recipe? You did it, didn't you? Just confess. If you admit it now, we promise we won't be mad. But he probably likes this one. You did it, didn't you? Just confess. Yeah, I tried already. Didn't work. Good instincts, but we're going to need more than that too. He stops to breathe out as much tension as he can manage. What we need is evidence. Eyewitness accounts, motives, that sort of thing. Stuff like, what were you doing when the lights went out? Or how do you feel about the familiar? Or what's your relationship with Fred, you know? If that's what he wants while you're trapped here, that's exactly what he'll get. If you find a prime suspect with a convincing case, something thoroughly investigated, we can put things back to normal. Things are gonna get complicated once he shows up too, so I'd appreciate having someone on my side when that happens. Who, the cop? I know how this sounds. It's a dumb idea, but it's the best I've got right now. If we don't do something, this place is going under. All our livelihoods are at stake here. So, get out there and catch us a thief. I didn't want to steal the damn recipe. Can I put it back? Please. Oh no! Oh no! Your plan went off without a hitch until it didn't, but the boss doesn't suspect you, at least not yet. And if a real detective from the ACPD is coming, no doubt they'll find out you're the thief. That is, unless you have a convincing scapegoat. With evidence of a motive and the others on your side, you might be able to clock off at the end of the day without handcuffs. Until that happens, Fred's magic will keep you trapped here. So with that, your investigation begins. Not to find who did it, but to find the perfect person to blame. No, I don't want to steal it! Oh no. He's so sad. No. I'm gonna have to think about who I'm gonna make take the fall. I don't want to steal from Fred. He's just a little guy with lightning powers, which is kind of scary. Man. But that's it. That's the demo. That's all we've got till now. Can wishlist it on Steam. Apparently, there's a Kickstarter too. But that's it. That's it for the demo. We stole the thing that I didn't want to steal. And our cozy work life is in shambles.